Episode 3440, The Rhythm of Comfort.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Kristianne Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you are staying cool because it is so hot. Well, today it's all about taking care of yourself from the inside out. But are you stuck on the rhythm of comfort? For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already even had the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, Inspiring Connection and Community. You know, I feel like I say this all the time, there's so much happening. When is there not so much happening? We got to come up with another phrase because, it's kind of like that, how are you? Oh, I'm so busy. And I don't want to say, well, so how is it going for you? Are you just like, so? Yeah, I get it. We're all there. And I know for me, I don't know if you can hear it. Hopefully you can't hear it in the background, but I'm sitting in my studio and my studio is a little warm. And so I've got my fan going and my puppy dog is snorting behind me because he's sleeping. We've got the English Bulldog, Rhino. He's old. He's 11 years old this next month. And if you didn't know, that's old for a bulldog, an English Bulldog. They average about 8 years. So we appreciate every day with him. And he just makes me smile. I never thought I would love an English Bulldog, but you know what? Isn't that how life, is and what it's all about, like how it takes us and the journey that we go? Like, I never thought I would love this, or I never thought I would like this, or I never saw myself doing this. But then it comes to healthy living and you're like, I never thought I would do this. You're like, healthy living? No. Throw it out the door. Because when it comes to healthy living, how much do you really want it? I mean, from traveling to life's challenges to unexplainable situations, who wants to do anything different but hang out in the rhythm of comfort? And then you wonder why. But you know why, right? This allure of comfort can be irresistibly tempting. Whether it's indulging in familiar foods, bring on the root beer floats. Oh, that sounds good right now because I'm hot. Maybe it's staying within your own routine or avoiding those challenges that push you out of your cozy bubble where you're just like, I like it. It's just like this. The rhythm of comfort often dictates our choices. And that rhythm of comfort becomes what? Our habits. We have these behaviors that become our habits, and then we just get into this rhythm of comfort and we just sit in it because we like it. But is this reliance on comfort hindering your pursuit of a healthier lifestyle? I'd have to say yes to that question. And I'd have to answer it honestly. Because the rhythm of comfort is something that does just that. It provides comfort when nothing else does. I mean, why do you think you eat certain things or you drink certain liquids, right? Most of it comes from comfort. Comfort is like that warm blanket on a cold night. Okay, this is so not true right now because it's so hot outside, but just go with me on this one. Comfort is like this warm blanket on a cold night. It soothes us and it provides a sense of security. However, true transformation lies beyond the confines of your comfort zone. So if you want to move beyond that confine of your comfort zone, you got to wrap yourself up in the blanket of change. That is your Kiss to Keep It Simple strategy. Wrap yourself up in the blanket of change. And oh, how difficult this is. We say it's easy. It's not. It is simple, but it's not easy. And so we find ourselves in truly real life situations, and you probably had these conversations with yourself. Oh, Kristianne, if you only knew what I was going through. And I would say, and if you only knew what I was going through. We all have the stuff that we go through. But you see, as we continue to age, because literally from the time that we are in our mother's womb, I mean, the egg has been formed. Now, obviously, the sperm is not met, so some people would argue, and we could go down that rabbit hole, but we're not going to right now. But we're always aging. We're always getting older, right? And so the woman has all of her eggs, all of them. It's kind of crazy when you just wrap your head around that. And then you think, oh my gosh, I'm actually older than what I am. Yeah, I am. This is pretty exciting. How old am I really? Man, I'm like Moses' age or something. I'm probably close to 80 years old if I was to calculate in based on when my mom... Anyway, okay, you see the rabbit hole? Okay, but just lean in here for a minute. The thing is this. We have all these excuses that say, nope, I want nothing to do with the blanket of change, but I will do everything for the rhythm of comfort. I just want to feel that. I just want to be inspired because I know what it feels like. I have these clothes that I love so much, and it is an obsession. And in fact, I really think they need to be a sponsor of the show. I have that many of their clothing items. But it's one of those things, I put it on, and it is just the softest thing ever. It doesn't matter if it's a little cardigan, if it's a little shirt, if it's pants, if it's short, if it's a dress, a rib dress, a maxi dress, whatever it is. Oh my goodness, it is like heaven on my body. It is just so comforting. Literally, as I'm recording this right now, I'm wearing an outfit from them. I just am. And so I really need to tell them they need to sponsor our show because I am one who lives it and uses it, and they are amazing, but they're also an investment. And it's interesting because I find that we tend to invest in things we really like that brings us comfort, but we're afraid to wrap ourselves up in the blanket of change, which on the journey also can bring us comfort. But in the in-between time, that's when we have to wrestle with the discomfort. That's where change comes from, right? That's where the transformation happens, is when we go through the transition. I think about a butterfly. Right? A butterfly isn't just like, hello, here's a butterfly. What does it start as? Okay, yeah. Why do I feel like we're on a biology lesson here today? Well, we just are. Go with me. It's fun. It's hot outside, so we're just going to have a lot of fun inside, even though I'm hot as if I am outside. But you got to wrap yourself up in the blanket of change. You've got to be willing to break free from the seductive grasp of comfort. I know it, like my root beer floats. Oh, I have not had a root beer float. I honestly cannot remember. It's been at least 2 years, maybe 3 years. We might be going on 4 years. I mean, I really will have to think back. And we don't have time for that. But that's something that I knew does not really go well with my body. And it has a really bad reaction. And it sends me down a spiral of nope. And then I begin eating more sugar. And then I get tired and I get these sugar crashes and I get grouchy, and even though they make me feel good, it's just not a good situation. Now, if I had a root beer float like once a year, probably not a bad thing, but it can be addicting, right? That feeling of, oh yeah, this feeling of comfort, it's good. It soothes my soul. It's the rhythm of comfort. And I'm here to say you need to wrap yourself up in the blanket of change and let that hit your soul. Now, we're talking about all this, not just because you need to hone in on this, but because I do too. And so what does it look like in real life? Number one, embrace change. See, this is not just about you. I'm doing this stuff too. I go right along with you. I make changes every single day. I have to face, I get up in the morning and put my pants on the same way you do. Some people are like, Kristianne, you got it all up there. I'm like, oh, I do not have it all up there. I do not have it all put together. I make mistakes every single day, and this is my life. And I get to share these experiences with you and say, look, this is what has helped me. Try it. Tweak it for you. And the first thing you got to do is embrace change. You got to think of it as that warm, fuzzy blanket on a cold winter night where you just want to snuggle up next to the fireplace and it just holds you tight. Stepping out of your comfort zone often means embracing change, no matter how daunting it may seem. It's exhausting. It's like a full-time job, changes. And guess what? Change is a constant every single day. So do you know you just added another job to your list, to your resume? You did. You're a mom. You're a wife. Now you're a change maker. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave that for a whole nother episode. But seriously, instead of sticking to the same workout routine, challenge yourself to try a new fitness class or an outdoor activity, right? Maybe you swap your morning jog for a Pilates session instead, and that can help introduce and induce this adrenaline within you of, hey, this is something fresh. This is something exciting. And it says, woohoo, let's do this. It's your wellness journey. Let's ramp it up a little bit. I know for me, these past few months have been just absolutely crazy. And when I say the past few months, I'm talking about 6.5, 7 months now. And it's been out of my control. And I have no problems with that. And I needed to do what I needed to do. And so we made the shift and we took care of the situation and we're moving forward now. But at the place that I am right now, there has been some switch. And so these past 6.5 to 7 months has been stuff that I haven't been able to control. But guess what? Now I can control it a little bit more. I'm coming into more of a normal cycle. Not really, but whatever more normal is, because it's a party every day in my house. It is a party every day. We've got contractors going on anything, everything, you name it, it's happening. So during this change back to more normalcy, I'm like, gosh, I got to get back into a routine. I got to figure out my rhythm. And so I've literally just started adding me riding my bike. I have this desk bike, bought it used a few years back, but guess what? I haven't been on it in months. Why? Because I've been doing all this other stuff that rightfully so I needed to show up for the family. I did. But now it's like, okay, I have this space and I can do this. So I'm riding my bike, writing my book. I'm embracing change. Do you think I like it? No. I'd rather be playing with the grandkids. But I know if I want to be around for the rest of their long life and be a part of that and be able to chase them and watch them grow and get to age with them in a manner that I hopefully can be the best that I can be, then I better get on that bike and move my legs. Change is a catalyst for growth, my friend. Embrace it. Watch yourself bloom, right? It's hot outside. It's summertime here. Whew. What's blooming in your garden? Maybe you need to be blooming in the garden. Number 2, cultivate mindful eating habits. Now, you can think about it just as eating, but this could be any form of mindful habit. It could be sleeping, okay? It could be drinking your water, whatever it is. But I'm going to focus right now on eating because I do think that's something that all of us need to pay attention to. It's easy for us not to because we live in a country here in the U.S. that we can walk into a store and grab anything. We can go to a drive-thru and grab whatever we want. Now, yes, I know things are more expensive now, so we're not grabbing as often, but we're still grabbing the wrong things. We're still buying the potato chips. They come in a bag. Eat a potato instead and eat the skin around it. It'll be much better for your body. Many of our food choices are driven by comfort. Let's go back to my root beer float. Delicious. And that's where we find this comfort, this extreme solace that gives us the familiar flavors and textures. To break free from this cycle, you've got to practice mindful eating. So take a moment to savor each bite. Pay attention to the colors and the tastes and the textures of your meal. When you're present with your food, and I'm not saying they're sitting there picking at your meal, okay? That's when you were like 2 years old, 5 years old, and you picked at them. For me, it was peas. Yeah, I know. Don't tell my children. I hope they're not listening. I was a girl, and I'm still that girl. I do not like peas. I just don't. I mean, I can eat them in a casserole or in a salad, of which salad's fine, but a casserole my body can't handle. So I don't eat casseroles really anymore. But in a salad, yeah, if I don't have to put them in there, I won't put them in there. But growing up, I didn't like how they smushed in my mouth. And to this day, I don't like it when they smush in my mouth. It's just me. I know it sounds absolutely crazy. But I am so focused when I'm eating that, yeah, I'm like, I don't like it. Talk about being texture sensitive. But this is about when you're really mindfully eating, it's about enjoying your company around you. Chewing your food 25 to 30 times. Yes, one bite, not your whole dinner. Most of us chew like twice or 3 times and we swallow it. And you wonder why you're getting cramps in your stomach, right? So be present when you eat. Enjoy the company around you. And if you're by yourself, because lately I've got my kids coming and going, they're at internships, they're flying, they're all over the place. I've got one right now in Florida, and he's participating in the FBLA, and they're having competitions down there in Orlando, which is awesome. Way to go, G-Man, and your girlfriend. Hello, Miss M. I am so excited for you guys. But when you're doing all of that, right, and your life is always going and there's always something happening because it's a party every day, you got to find a way to say, okay, I'm going to enjoy this meal and I'm not just going to gulp it down because I feel like I just need to eat something. A couple nights ago, I went into the kitchen and I was like, I'm hungry. And I'm really not hungry. I was really thirsty and I just needed to gulp like a liter of water. And so I just told myself, go to bed, for goodness sakes. It's like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. The last thing you need to be doing is being in the refrigerator, right? Now that's me. What is it for you? Be present when you eat. Don't just eat to eat. Make conscious choices that nourish your body. Food is not just fuel. It's a reflection of how we care for ourselves. I love that. How are you caring for yourself? Are you one who's just kind of sticking candy in your mouth? I mean, it's one thing to enjoy it. It's another thing to just eat it to eat it. One thing that I've been working on since all my craziness is I'm really bringing myself back to getting my shakes in because it really does my body good. I mean, it does. And I've been really good. I've usually, for the past 6.5, 7 months, I've gotten my shakes in like 1 a day, but I really want to do 2 of them a day. It's just the way my body works. We've gone over this. We could be here for hours upon days. And so I'm working on doing that and then working on getting into this new rhythm on the bicycle while I write. And just doing those few things are beginning what? To set me in a different motion. Right now, it's not about the rhythm of comfort, but it's about the rhythm of change. Number 3, seek support and accountability. Who doesn't need this? We all need it, okay? Stepping out of your comfort zone can be challenging. You know it's challenging. We all say it's challenging because it is challenging. But when you have a support system, it can make all the difference. So surround yourself with friends, family, a coach, someone who can encourage you, hold you accountable. Now, not someone who can yell at you. So you may not want to include your spouse. I'm just saying. Now, if they're going to truly be encouraging, that's a different conversation. But I can tell you this right now, my husband and I have an incredible relationship, and he knows I've been working really, really hard on getting my weight where I want it to be, and that's for my life, okay? Not because I just want to drop 20 pounds. I want to get to the point where my body can settle down and can just fluctuate between 5, maybe 7 pounds if it's like a holiday and I'm going to enjoy a few extra treats. But otherwise, I'm pretty steady Eddie. I want to get to that point, and I'm letting my body get there slowly. So we're about now, I started this, goodness gracious, it's been over a year ago. We're probably coming up on about 15, 16 months. So almost a year and a half, not quite. And I've been doing different things at different times. But my husband and I, we had the conversation. He's like, "Hun, I want to support you, but I don't want to say something that's going to be the wrong thing. So what can I do?" Let me tell you, if you have a spouse like that truly wants to support you, then great. But if you have a spouse that's just going to kind of be like, oh, well, they're just going to say whatever, but they're really not going to listen, then as much as you love them, don't seek their support, okay? It's okay not to have your family involved in what you're doing. It's all right. But you've got to know that for yourself. And so my husband, he's amazing. And so he supports me. And when we go out to eat, he's like, okay, now if we go out to eat, where can we go that you can eat? Because I want to make sure you can eat. And there are some times that we go out and I don't eat because I don't want to eat. And that's okay. And guess what? He's now okay with that. He didn't used to be. But he now is okay because he knows what my body does and what I have to go through, and he just supports me in that manner. So he doesn't sit there and hound me, but I want you to eat, honey. I feel so bad. I'm like, I don't feel bad, but if you keep hounding me, I'm going to feel bad. You know what I mean? So surround yourself together, right? You're better together. You're stronger when you're together. So lean on your tribe, lean on your community. Let them lift you up and to guide you. Why do you think we're opening up AIM soon? I know, I feel like I've been talking about this for years. I have been. But, and it's a big but, I'm sitting on one too. But seriously, but, we've got to have a few things in process and in place so we can open it up and have it be as successful as I want it for you to be, okay? So I appreciate your patience, but let me tell you this. You want to jump in when it opens up, okay? You are. Because, man, I don't know why, but I cannot shake this, and I really believe this is what, especially us women, we need. We drastically need this. And there are some communities that are out there, but this is for you if you really want to wrap arms around each other and be a support for one another, because we are better together, right? And that's how we begin to create our now, right? It's that one step. And as you navigate that delicate balance between comfort and growth, comfort and change, remember that transformation begins when you dare to step outside your comfort zone. That step, one step at a time, leads to miles of greatness. So embrace the change. Cultivate those mindful habits, whether it's eating or drinking or sleeping, whatever it is. Seek support. Allow those to help propel you towards a healthier lifestyle. True growth lies in the discomfort of change, so embrace it. Watch yourself thrive, right? Life isn't about just surviving. Yeah, even though life throws you lemons, you can make lemonade. It can be the sweetness of lemonade. It doesn't have to be the sourness just to survive. My friend, when you're ready to escape the rhythm of comfort, that's when you reflect the comfort of change. Go in peace, be present, be incredible, be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. Have a beautiful, blessed day. I love you so much. Hey, are you training for life? You go get him. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.